Hey, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is take two because my camera and memory card decided to not work together anymore. So, corrupted file, fresh memory card, let's see if this works. Let's keep on, yes. Okay, so by the title you should know the name of the game, as it were. This is the end of the year book tag. So I'm definitely late to the game with this one, and you'll see in a minute why. So, question number one. What is question number one? Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So, this is the only question I went through previously before it got corrupted. Anyway, so I think I'm pretty on top of the game, as it were, with like currently reading. I think I have like 4 currently reading books from the library that I'm making my way through. I'm almost finished with them, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish them. However, I do have, and now I closed it this time, I do have like 8, if I remember correctly, 8 started books from previous years that I've yet to get to because, you know, reasons. And yeah, if you want to know which they are, comment down below and I'll tell you. Otherwise, it's gonna be a secret until like I do the books I need to read next year thing. Question number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? And this is why you should do this tag sooner rather than later, because, well, it's the end of autumn now, technically. It's almost Christmas. Yeah. So, the last couple of months, my reading has been very like dictated by what my library will give me, what books my library will give me. So I haven't had that much choice. I mean, sure, the choice has been, do I want to reserve this book now or not? But, you know, also, my library is not very big. It has like 1 book of each thing, each 1 copy of each book. There are a few books that have multiple copies, but very few. Anyway, not the question. Because it's been very dictated by the library issues, I haven't really thought about the feels of the book rather than just picking up whatever. I mean, I do that anyway, so this year I can just conveniently blame the library, but usually I don't really do it anyway. I don't know, I'm not very much of a seasonal reader, I'm very much a mood reader, so even though some have more of an autumnal vibe or wintry vibe, summer vibe, spring vibe, does this book have spring vibes? I haven't really thought about that part, but you know, summer, autumn and winter, those are usually the ones that has the vibes, and I will read whatever whenever, so that's a very long-winded answer to that question. Question number 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? So, I mean, there are lots of books still coming out. The only ones I can think of from like the top of my head would be, I'm still waiting for my library to give me Daydream by Hannah Grace so I can finish that vlog, because honestly, it's been waiting since all summer. I think as I'm filming this, I'm like I'm like the 6th person in line or something. I do believe they have 3 copies of the book now, but people seem to be needing all the time to read this book. So how big is this book? How big is this book? And also, people read faster because just read faster. I'm joking. The other one is also a 3rd one in the series. It's the Lumine. Lumine? Luminaries, that's the one. By Susan Dennard. The book, I think the third one comes out on the 19th of November, and it's not quite that yet. So I have a bit of a wait. I am buying that one though. It's on pre-order, so I will be getting my own copy and not waiting for the library. The library doesn't have that one. I don't think my library has heard of Susan Dennard, to be honest, so yay. So there's those two. I know there's other books coming out, but I'm not really on track of things currently. I'm just like, library, give me books, and I will stop buying books again next year or something. Question number 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Well, those two I just mentioned. I do believe I'm going to get to them before the end of the year. We'll see though, especially with Daydream. That seems to be taking ages. Anyway, so those, I would like to reread notifications. I would like to reread A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, mostly because I just got, I don't know, what are they? I think they're on this side. Oh yeah, they're right behind me. So here, I had these new fancy editions of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, all 4 books. Yes, there are 4 books, a trilogy plus a prequel novella, 4 books. I would like to read those, reread the series, but read the new fancy ones, because reasons. I don't usually put up unread books on my shelf, but these are fancy ones, okay? They need to just live there. But I will read them. I will read them. Yeah. So either this year, or I will get to them in the in the new year. It really depends on if all my loans for the library gets in, and if I have all the time to read in December and the end of, for the last couple of weeks of the year. Let's just say that, because I'm just confused now. Question number 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I hope so. I don't know. I mean, this also depends on which books my library will give me, because the only book I know I'll be physically buying is the 3rd Luminaries book. At least this year. I do know I have other pre-orders, but I don't remember what dates they are, so I don't know. And I don't think I'm going to get to the other pre-orders I have for this year, if I do have any. I think I have some. My brain's not braining. But I don't think I'll get to those until next year. So, yeah, I'm going to have to see what my library has to offer. I will be excited though to see, like, to try to go through all the books I've read this year and see which were my like top favorites and which are sort of like in the middle ground. I know there are a couple of books, a good couple of books that have, well, they're bottom tier ones. Maybe I should do like a tier ranking one. I've never done the tier ranking. Maybe I should do that for the books I've read this year. Comment down below if you think I should do a tier ranking for the books I've read this year. I know there are a lot of books I've read this year. The number is high, so I'm still undecided how I'm going to go through all that, but maybe a tier ranking could do. Yeah, let me know. Question number 6. Have you already started making reading plans for next year? So, yes and no. I guess, yes and no. I will do as I usually do, which is put up the 50 books to read. Not fixed big. On the Goodreads challenge, I will put 50 as the amount of books I want to read. I do that. I'm a overachiever this year, let's say, for that number, but 50 books seems fair. Because I don't know how my 2025 is gonna look. This year 2024 have been a lot of free time to read, so there's been that. So the amount of books I've been able to read have been a lot more than expected, and it's a good thing, bad thing, I don't know, but that's the way it is. I don't know how 2025 is gonna look quite yet, so I don't want to say too much. I do plan on having a like reading goals type of video up by the end of the year or early next year. I don't know yet. I'm not very far in my planning right now. I'm very behind in life, I feel. I've just been reading, just living life. But so yeah, I think that's the only thing. I do have books in mind that I do want to read, but if I get to them or not, I don't know. I mean, there's 365 days. It's not leap year, is it? No. It's 365 days next year to just read books, so, you know, anything could happen, and there are a good couple of weeks left of 2024 to get through books. We'll see. I really don't know. Oh my goodness. I really don't know how everything's looking yet. So, yeah. All the balls are up in the air. I'm just trying to catch them. So we'll see. I think I will know by the end of the year. I think I'll know how at least the start of next year is looking. So we'll see about that. So yeah. That was it. I think that was all the questions. It feels like I'm missing something. But this tag doesn't have a lot of questions, does it? Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Even though this tag was very late in the game. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's my channel. I do what I want with it. Right? That's how this works, right? Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I should see you all next time. Until then, take care. Bye.